Audra Charles is in one of the toughest positions she has ever faced in Genoa City. Her business foundation has collapsed after losing her backer for Vibrante, and when Victor Newman told her their deal was finished, it was more than just a rejection. It was a signal to the rest of the city that Audra can't be trusted or relied upon. Victor carries enormous influence, and once he cuts someone off, others are hesitant to risk their own money. This leaves Audra scrambling for a new source of funding, and when she's desperate, she tends to make her worst decisions. Her personal life is unraveling at the same time. Nate Hastings, who placed his trust in her after losing his brother, is starting to see cracks in her loyalty. Instead of showing him stability and support, Audra has been reckless, lashing out publicly at Kyle Abbott in front of Claire Newman. Those outbursts make her look unstable, and they weaken her standing with Nate, who values composure and discretion. If he begins to see her as a liability rather than a partner, it is only a matter of time before he distances himself from her completely. Audra could soon find herself cut off not only from the money and status she craves but also from the relationship she thought was her anchor. Her obsession with Kyle only adds to her downfall. Though their fling is long behind them, Audra refuses to accept it as finished. She convinces herself that Kyle secretly wants her, but that belief is less grounded in reality and more in her own need to feel desired. Kyle might find her physically attractive, but her games, manipulation, and lack of respect for his relationship with Claire make her toxic in his eyes. Targeting him while Claire is grieving her father makes Audra appear heartless, and it has pushed Kyle from being an ex-lover into a bitter enemy. Kyle himself isn't blameless, since he hasn't completely cut ties, and that lingering connection leaves the door open for conflict. Still, every move Audra makes against him deepens her own downfall. The real problem is that Audra overestimates her own power. She tears Kyle down by claiming his success only comes from his family name, yet she has never proven that she can thrive on her own. Her entire career has been built on attaching herself to influential men and powerful names, Victor, Nate, and even Kyle, while offering little stability of her own. Her criticism of Kyle is more a reflection of her jealousy and insecurity than an accurate assessment. If she had family wealth and prestige, she would gladly use it. Instead of proving herself independently, she wastes energy trying to tear others down, which only exposes her weaknesses. While Audra is spiraling, Kane Ashby is dealing with his own life shift. The death of his father, Colin Atkinson, has left him shaken and reflective. Colin was always a schemer, always finding ways to turn situations in his favor, and Kane feels a pull to live up to that legacy in his own way. Grief has motivated him to seek out legacy businesses in Genoa City, as though building something lasting could both honor his father and establish his own mark. At the same time, Kane is isolated from much of his family, leaving him vulnerable and in need of allies. That combination of grief, ambition, and loneliness makes him more likely to take chances, both in business and in love. It is in this atmosphere that Audra and Kane could collide. With Nate likely slipping away and her financial stability gone, Audra is searching for a new connection. Kane, looking to build something bigger and to find allies who can stand by him, may view her as an opportunity. The two of them once crossed paths in France when Audra pitched him an idea, and while it went nowhere at the time, the circumstances have shifted. Now both of them have something the other needs. Kane has the financial backing and determination to chase legacy power, while Audra has the boldness, ambition, and willingness to bend rules to make things happen. This kind of alignment could lead to more than just business. Both are attractive, both are single, and both are used to using relationships as a way to secure influence. It would not take much for a business partnership to turn into a romance. For Audra, Kane would provide the money and credibility she has lost. For Kane, Audra would be a companion who understands ambition and strategy. They could easily evolve into a power couple, but one built on shaky ground, since both are prone to manipulation and impulsive choices. If this partnership happens, the ripple effects could be dramatic. Nate would likely feel betrayed, but at the same time relieved to finally break away from Audra's chaos. Kyle and Claire would see her new alliance as dangerous, especially if it gives her renewed power to meddle in their lives.